Crispy outside, tender and moist inside. It's porchetta. It's an Italian dish made of rolled pork with very few ingredients, yet it's delicious. I have pork belly cut here, and let's start. This is the only belly cut I can find in the market, so I bought 2 instead, and I'll just make 2 separate rolls. After cleaned and dried, I make 2 scores lengthwise. Halfway through is good enough. This is to secure the herbs and spices deep down, thus getting the maximum flavor soaked into the meat. First is putting enough salt and pepper. I have a thick belly cut and I have to make sure there's enough salt, not too much as well. You can adjust the salt depending on the thickness of the belly you're cooking. Then add rosemary and spread it evenly into the meat. Then add olive oil, and then last is Parmesan cheese. I have tried this before with Parmesan and it's so good. No wonder, because Parmesan is so rich. But this time I'm using another cheese. I found a very delicate cheese locally made in Sweden. I'm trying it in this dish just to compare the taste result, but you guys can use Parmesan. So this is how simple the dish is. No other ingredients that's necessary to be added. Italian dish is famous in having few ingredients in the food, yet the taste is superb. So I have to roll each cut. I have a third prepared already, and starting from one end, roll the belly cut towards the other end. Then secure with a knot. I just have to tie the knot like this, so making it movable first to tighten it. Then once it's tightened, lock the tie so it won't move. Then do the same on the other side. This may not be an even roll because the belly thickness is not even, but it's not a big deal. By rolling the belly, the moist stays inside, thus making it extra special. Then I'm putting it into the rack, ready to be cooked. I'm setting my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and let's go back after 1.5 hours to check. So this is how it looks like now, and I will turn the roll as I want the belly on the down part to be crispy as well. So I'll check back later when it gets crispy and it's done. By the way, the belly that I'm cooking is not at room temperature. That's why it takes time to cook, so adjust the cooking time by constantly checking if it's brown and crispy already, maybe about an hour if your belly is at room temperature. So for additional 40 minutes, the lower part of the belly initially is now crispy. I'll turn it back and leave it for about 5 minutes, and then we're done. Finally, it's cooked. As you can see, the color is perfect, and you can hear how crispy the skin is. Much of the belly fat has been dripped down, making it less fatty and delicious to eat. I'll let it rest for some minutes to cool down a little bit as I'm preparing the sauce. So I have here ready to make brown sauce powder. I found it in the store, and I use this sometimes if I want a quick cooking. So I'm just adding water in this powder, whisk, add a little salt and pepper, and let it simmer, then it's done. But you can always make your sauce from scratch depending on what sauce you want to pair on your belly. Just add flour in a pan, give it a little color, add butter and then milk, spice it up, and you have your base sauce already. For the side dish, I have a pre-blanched vegetables. I'm just adding butter in a pan. Add the vegetables. Season with salt and pepper. Then it's ready. You can really hear the crackling skin, which is perfect. And tender inside. The beautiful aroma of the rosemary is so rich. You can also pair this dish with potato and any kind, and this time I'm having rice. Pour the sauce over the meat. And this is it. I hope you enjoy it and see you in the next video.